because I saw Vlad point out to you that, you know, a lot of Muslims consider music itself to be kind of haram.
Yeah, most definitely.
And is that like a battle within you in terms of like, this is, you love God, but you also love hip hop, and this is kind of like what you've built your whole career off of. Is it a battle inside of you, or do you feel like you would be a little bit closer to where you want to be at if you did eventually end up leaving the music alone, or do you just love it too much?
You know, of course, I want to get to a point where I'm not doing music anymore. Like, you know, and, you know, God willing, God give me the time to do that, but I shouldn't be doing music. Like, you know, it's a difference of opinion between a lot of Islamic groups. But I believe wholeheartedly that I really shouldn't be doing it, you know, because I could be doing better things with my time. As far as me, I could be studying and, you know, doing things to bring me closer to God while I'm spending time making music. And for the listener, they could be doing things to bring them closer to God instead of listening to my music, you know. So
is hip hop the appropriate vehicle by which to convert people or teach them about the faith? Because like you do speak about your faith in music, but you also, it's not exactly like the overwhelming topic that you talk about.
No, I'm not going to sit here and say hip hop is the vehicle to convert people to Islam by any means. You know, I'm just living my life and I'm just telling my story. You know, when things that I go through, things that I talk about, I reflect real life. I reflect things that I actually been through, and me being Muslim, it comes out in my music. You know?
I mean, I feel like as rap fans, we all know what it's like to listen to some rap music that is a little bit too heavy-handed in terms of trying to moralize or like, you know, put a message into you. Like I remember I used to go to this boxing gym and I, you know, after listening to Christian rap for a couple months in a row, I was just kind of over it. I was just like,
I feel you.
waking up at 7 a.m. and having to listen to dudes rap about Jesus. It's just not, for me as a non-believer, it's just not really doing it for me. And I feel like you could easily put out an album tomorrow that's like, Freeway teaches you how to be a good Muslim for 45 minutes. And but is that, I mean, you could also probably imagine that would alienate a bunch of your fans, right?
Yeah, and then it wouldn't be reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying my best, you know, but I'm still, you know, I'm still in music. Like it's still things that I do that I shouldn't be doing, you know, so I'm just giving people my reality. I feel like there's been a few high profile conversions, namely Andrew Tate, who it seemed like, I don't know how much you follow that, but like kind of at the height of his fame and his controversies and whatnot, he decided to convert. Like, how does that come across to you as somebody who's been doing this for a long time, to see somebody sort of abruptly become part of the faith? And in a lot of people's opinion, maybe kind of using it to possibly like circumvent some controversy. I mean, being Muslim, I think it's beautiful when anybody takes Shahada, you know, because we are like, I can't make nobody Muslim, you can't make nobody Muslim, only God makes Muslims, you know. So anytime someone takes Shahada, I think it's a beautiful thing. In the state of the world and the things that's going on, people are coming closer to Islam. Like, I give you a perfect example. You know, they launched the James Webb Telescope at the beginning of 2023, and then they're showing all these images and all these things in space that people never seen before. And like, they at one point they didn't think that the universe multiplied every second. They thought that it just was what it was. But in Islam and in the Quran, they tell us that the universe multiplies every second. So a lot of scientists seen this information, and a bunch of scientists took Shahada after that.
Really?
You know, and in Islam, you know, they say seek throughout the world and you're going to find things, and everything that you find is going to bring you back to God and show you that God exists. So that's what's going on a lot now, you know, so I think it's a beautiful thing.
So you don't see religion and science as being at odds?
No, I mean, we're seeing examples of it right now coming together, you know, because a lot of things that they talk about in the Quran, scientists are just finding out, and they're realizing, you know, that this is true.
Definitely. I feel like a lot of religious people kind of consider science almost like an enemy of their faith at a certain point, like in particular Christians who like, they start with their faith in the Bible and believe that the earth is only so many years old. And then that leads to them basically having to reject dinosaurs and say that like, well, this never happened because there's no way, like if I take the Bible literally, to be able to believe in this at the same time. Have you ever ran into that sort of conflict?
Not see in Islam, they challenge us and they challenge the people to seek and study and learn, and everything that you find is going to bring you back to Allah and back to showing you that the Quran is real and Islam is real. And we're having examples of that all the time, just like I just told you with the James Webb Telescope.
Interesting. Okay.